Hello everybody, welcome to my channel.
Christopher Walken. A singular presence in American cinema. Christopher Walken stands as one of Hollywood's most distinctive and enigmatic performers, a man whose voice, cadence, and unpredictable screen energy have made him instantly recognizable across generations. With a career spanning more than 6 decades, he has transformed from a child performer on stage and television into an Academy Award-winning actor celebrated for his versatility, eccentric charm, and fearless approach to character work. Early life and stage beginnings. Born Ronald Walken on March 31, 1943, in Queens, New York, Walken grew up in a household that valued creativity and performance. Along with his brothers, he appeared in television productions and variety shows from a young age, gaining early experience in the entertainment industry. Trained as a dancer and skilled in performance arts, he developed the flexibility and presence that would later define his acting style. Rise to fame. Walken's transition to film began in the late 1960s and early 1970s. But it was his role in Michael Cimino's The Deer Hunter, 1978, that changed his trajectory. His haunting performance as Nick, a soldier psychologically devastated by the Vietnam War, earned him the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor and positioned him as one of the most compelling talents of his generation. From there, Walken carved out a path unlike any other. His ability to bring intensity, vulnerability, and eccentricity to a wide range of characters made him a favorite of directors and audiences alike. A career defined by range and risk. Walken's filmography reflects his willingness to embrace both mainstream and unconventional roles. He has portrayed villains, mentors, oddballs, heroes, and characters who defy categorization altogether. Some of his most memorable performances include The Dead Zone, 1983, a powerful turn as a man burdened with psychic abilities; Batman Returns, 1992, Max Schreck, a corrupt businessman brought to life with Walken's trademark flair; True Romance, 1993, an unforgettable, tension-filled scene opposite Dennis Hopper; Catch Me If You Can, 2002, his role as Frank Abagnale Sr. earned him another Academy Award nomination; Pulp Fiction, 1994, a brief but iconic monologue cameo remembered by fans worldwide. His willingness to parody himself, on shows like Saturday Night Live, where his "More Cowbell" sketch became legendary, only further solidified his pop culture status. A performer beyond acting. Walken's background as a dancer and stage performer has remained a constant throughout his career. His rhythmic speech patterns, light-footed movement, and unexpected outbursts of dance, most famously in Fatboy Slim's Weapon of Choice music video, reveal the performer underneath the actor. Despite his fame, Walken has maintained a grounded, low-profile personal life. Known for his professionalism, humility, and dedication to his craft, he rarely engages in Hollywood glamour, preferring a quiet life away from the spotlight. Legacy and influence. Few actors have achieved the cult status that Christopher Walken enjoys. He has inspired countless impressions, memes, and homages, yet remains peerless in style. His unique presence, daring choices, and ability to blend menace with charm have made him a favorite of filmmakers working across genres, from drama to comedy, action to surrealist cinema. As he continues to appear in film and television, Walken remains a testament to longevity and originality in an ever-changing industry. His body of work not only reflects the evolution of Hollywood but also the enduring impact of a performer who refuses to be predictable. Christopher Walken. The irreplaceable icon of unpredictable cinema. Christopher Walken is one of those rare actors whose presence alone can reshape the rhythm of a scene. With his characteristic pauses, distinct voice, and magnetic unpredictability, Walken has transcended traditional acting categories to become a cultural icon. Over the span of more than 60 years, he has collaborated with legendary directors, delivered unforgettable monologues, and created characters that linger in the imagination long after the credits roll. Early roots. From child performer to stage professional, Ronald Christopher Walken was born on March 31, 1943, in Queens, New York, to a baker father and a Scottish immigrant mother who encouraged her sons to pursue show business. Walken entered the entertainment world early, appearing on television variety shows and live performances as a child actor. His early training was rigorous and diverse. Walken studied dance, particularly tap and musical theater styles, and his stage experience helped him develop the fluid physicality that still defines his acting. His early work included performing alongside future stars like Liza Minnelli and immersing himself in the demanding world of New York theater. Breakthrough and acclaim. The Deer Hunter. Although Walken had appeared in various film and television roles during the 1960s and 1970s, his life changed dramatically with The Deer Hunter, 1978. Playing Nick, a young man traumatized by war, Walken delivered a performance of devastating emotional depth. His portrayal of a soul fractured by violence earned him the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor and instantly established him as a dramatic force. This role demonstrated the signature qualities that would define his career: emotional complexity, fearless vulnerability, and the eerie unpredictability that made audiences unable to look away. A career of bold choices and eclectic characters. Walken's extensive filmography reveals an actor unafraid of experimentation. He has played villains, comedic oddballs, tragic figures, supernatural beings, and characters who defy simple labels. Directors often use Walken because he brings an aura of tension and excitement. Audiences can never quite predict his next move. Notable film highlights: The Dead Zone, 1983. As a schoolteacher who awakens with psychic powers, Walken navigates fear, isolation, and moral conflict with haunting precision. King of New York, 1990. His portrayal of drug lord Frank White brought elegance and menace to one of his most iconic anti-heroes. Batman Returns, 1992. As Max Schreck, Walken delivered a sophisticated, stylish villain in Tim Burton's darkly playful universe. True Romance, 1993. His single-scene showdown with Dennis Hopper remains one of cinema's most celebrated dialogue sequences. Pulp Fiction, 1994. Walken's eccentric, unforgettable monologue about a family heirloom became an instant pop culture moment. Catch Me If You Can, 2002. His role as Frank Abagnale Sr. blended warmth and melancholy, earning him another Oscar nomination. Walken's roles each contain something unmistakably Walken, yet he never repeats himself. He navigates effortlessly between genres, elevating both blockbuster films and arthouse projects. Comedy, self-parody, and cultural immortality. In addition to his dramatic prowess, Walken has showcased superb comedic timing. His numerous appearances on Saturday Night Live, most famously the More Cowbell sketch, demonstrate his willingness to poke fun at himself. Fans also celebrate his performance in Fatboy Slim's Weapon of Choice music video, where Walken dances through an empty hotel, defying gravity in one of the most iconic music videos ever produced. Walken's self-parody never feels forced. Instead, it reveals a performer comfortable with his persona and eager to explore its boundaries. A return to stage and continued reinvention. Despite a film-heavy career, Walken has never abandoned the stage. He has written and starred in plays, and his return to Broadway and musicals, including his memorable turn as Captain Hook in NBC's Peter Pan Live, demonstrates his enduring versatility. Even in later years, he has shown no signs of slowing down. Walken continues to take on roles in film and television, such as in the series Severance, where his performance adds emotional richness to a surreal corporate dystopia. Personal life: a quiet figure behind the curtain despite his fame. Walken leads a remarkably private and grounded life. He has been married to casting director Georgian Walken since 1969, a testament to stability in an unpredictable industry. He prefers a simple lifestyle, far from Hollywood's constant social swirl. Walken famously doesn't own a cell phone or a computer, saying he prefers a life free from digital distractions. His hobbies are equally unique. He enjoys cooking, reading, traveling, and raising cats. For many years, he has lived in rural Connecticut, where he can focus on his craft without the interference of celebrity culture. Legacy: an actor who redefined what acting can be. Christopher Walken's influence on modern acting is profound. He inspired countless comedic impressions, became a reference point for unconventional performance, and carved out a niche that no one else can fully replicate. His ability to mix subtlety with theatricality, humor with menace, and vulnerability with eccentricity makes him one of cinema's most memorable figures. Walken is not merely an actor, he is a genre unto himself. As he continues to reinvent his art across film, television, and stage, Christopher Walken remains a towering, singular presence whose legacy grows with each new performance. His work stands as a testament to the power of individuality in an industry often shaped by conformity. Christopher Walken: the artistry, mystery, and mastery behind a Hollywood original. Few actors in film history possess the hypnotic presence of Christopher Walken. His every gesture, pause, and line delivery transforms simple dialogue into something strange, electric, and unforgettable. While his voice and cadence are often playfully imitated, the depth of his craft, shaped by decades of discipline, experimentation, and fearlessness, remains impossible to duplicate. Below is a deeper exploration of the things that make Walken such a fascinating and enduring figure. The Walken technique: a craft built on rhythm, surprise, and precision. Walken's acting style is not an accident, it's the result of a highly personal technique shaped by his early career in dance and theater. 1. His musical background shapes his dialogue. Walken famously removes punctuation from his scripts before reading them, allowing the lines to flow with unexpected rhythm. This approach makes his speech patterns unpredictable and musical, keeping audiences alert and intrigued. 2. Stillness and movement. Even when he stands perfectly still, Walken radiates tension. His posture, the tilt of his head, or a sudden sharp movement reveal his dancer's instinct. He controls space like a performer on stage. 3. Use of silence. Walken uses pauses not as gaps, but as emotional beats, moments loaded with humor, menace, or mystery. Very few actors can make silence speak the way he does. 4. The power of contradiction. Many of Walken's most fascinating characters combine tenderness with danger, or vulnerability with strangeness. He embraces contrasts, which makes his roles multi-layered and memorable. Behind the scenes, Walken, according to directors and co-stars, directors often describe Walken as one of the easiest actors to work with: prepared, polite, and utterly fearless. Michael Cimino, director of The Deer Hunter, Cimino praised Walken's emotional honesty, saying he brought a fragile, heartbreaking truth to the film's most devastating moments. Quentin Tarantino wrote Walken's Pulp Fiction monologue specifically for him. He once said that Walken could read a phone book and make it the most compelling monologue in the film. Tim Burton cast Walken as Max Schreck in Batman Returns because he wanted charm mixed with danger. Burton has said Walken could play menacing characters without ever raising his voice. Leonardo DiCaprio, Catch Me If You Can. DiCaprio has spoken about Walken's unpredictable brilliance, recalling moments where Walken would shift a scene's entire emotional weight with a single line. The monologues, a Walken specialty. Walken's monologues have become cultural landmarks. Some highlights include The Deer Hunter, the soul-crushed Russian roulette scenes, raw, trembling, and terrifying. These scenes set the standard for psychological acting. Pulp Fiction, the Goldwatch story. Walken delivers absurd, darkly comedic material with total sincerity. True Romance, his showdown with Dennis Hopper. This scene is often considered one of the greatest duels of dialogue ever filmed. Annie Hall, 1977, the disturbed brother monologue. Walken's short but unforgettable speech, dreaming of driving into oncoming traffic, turns a comic scene into a surreal masterpiece. Catch Me If You Can, the quiet, aching monologues to his son. Here Walken shows his gentlest side, earning him an Oscar nomination. No other actor can switch between comedy, horror, melancholy, and absurdity so effortlessly. Walken in pop culture, a legend all his own. Christopher Walken has achieved something very few actors ever have. He is both an Oscar-winning dramatic actor and a beloved pop culture phenomenon. More Cowbell, SNL Immortality. His sketch with Will Ferrell became one of the most quoted moments in comedy history. Walken later said people shout, "More cowbell," to him everywhere he goes. Video game and animation influence. Game characters, animated villains, and voice actors often mimic Walken's cadence because it immediately adds style and intrigue. Walken impressions. Kevin Spacey, Jay Moore, Jim Carrey, and dozens of comedians have made Walken impressions a staple of Hollywood comedy. The Weapon of Choice music video. Walken dancing through a hotel, floating, spinning, leaping, is one of the most iconic music videos ever made. It surprised a whole generation that didn't know about his dance background. Later career renaissance. New depth in mature roles. Even in his later years, Walken has taken on roles that showcase his emotional sensitivity rather than just his eccentricity. Seven Psychopaths, 2012, Walken brought tragic warmth and a moral center to a chaotic dark comedy. Jersey Boys, 2014, as Gyp DeCarlo, he played a mentor figure with dignity and gentle humor. The Outlaws, BBC, Amazon. Walken's comedic timing and charm elevate the ensemble, proving he can still steal every scene. Severance, Apple TV+, his tender, quiet performance as Burt Goodman introduced Walken to a new generation and showed his incredible ability to create emotional intimacy on screen. The Man Behind the Icon. A life of simplicity and discipline. In contrast to his eccentric characters, Walken lives with surprising modesty. Married to the same woman since 1969, a Hollywood rarity. Prefers quiet life in Connecticut. Doesn't use computers, smartphones, or social media. Loves cats and often adopts strays. Enjoys cooking and simple routines. Reads constantly and avoids the Hollywood party scene. Walken says this calm lifestyle helps him keep his creativity alive. Why Walken endures. The scholar of strangeness Christopher Walken redefined what movie acting could be. He taught audiences that unpredictability can be art, that menace can be magnetic, and that sincerity can elevate even the most bizarre material. His legacy is built on fearless artistic choices, a completely original delivery, mastery of movement and silence, a career spanning both prestige cinema and pop culture, the ability to surprise audiences every single time he is not just an actor. He is a cinematic experience, one that cannot be imitated, only admired. Christopher Walken. The long, strange, brilliant journey of an American original extended feature, continuing the in-depth portrait Christopher Walken occupies a rare position in American film. He is both an actor's actor and an enduring pop culture icon, a performer whose mere presence elevates material, reshapes scenes, and often redefines characters in unexpected ways. Decade after decade, he remains singular, timeless yet modern, eccentric yet controlled, and always unmistakably Christopher Walken. Below is a further deep dive into the facets of his life and career that make him one of cinema's most fascinating figures. The balletic body. Walken's physical intelligence. Walken's dance background is widely known, but few understand its full influence on his artistry. 1. Dance as emotional expression. Walken often says that he acts with his body. In subtle ways, he choreographs scenes, a turn of the shoulder, a glance downward, a shifting stance. His characters feel unpredictable not just because of how they speak, but how they move, or how they don't move. 2. Precision of motion. Even in roles where he appears understated or still, his physical poise creates tension. When he does move suddenly, leaning in, twisting his torso, raising an eyebrow, it lands like a power chord in a song. 3. Secret choreography. Some directors have noted that Walken rehearses scenes silently, mapping out movements like a dance routine. This invisible choreography gives his performances their musical, almost theatrical energy. Acting philosophy. A life of professional discipline. While Walken's screen presence often feels wild or chaotic, the craft behind it is disciplined and meticulous. He never turns down work. Walken has famously said that he accepts nearly every acting offer. Not because he needs the money, but because he believes saying yes keeps him creatively alive. This philosophy has led him to high art, cult classics, blockbusters, B-movies, and beautifully weird projects. He treats all of them with equal seriousness. He doesn't improvise, he prepares. Despite his eccentric reputation, Walken rarely improvises. Instead, he prepares obsessively so that his choices feel spontaneous. He learns lines like lyrics. Walken memorizes dialogue the same way he once memorized dance steps, through rhythm and repetition. This method is why even simple lines feel unique when spoken by him. Unexpected roles and surprising transformations. Walken's career includes roles many people forget, or never knew, he played. 1. The romantic lead. Walken once played romantic roles in the 1970s, including in The Mind Snatchers and Rosalind. His beauty was striking. He was tall, slender, with a sculpted dancer's physique and hypnotic blue eyes. 2. The musical actor. He performed in musicals such as West Side Story, Pippin, and Best Foot Forward. His singing voice, smooth, warm, and slightly theatrical, surprised audiences used to his darker movie roles. 3. The Shakespearean performer. Walken has performed Hamlet, Macbeth, and Romeo and Juliet on stage. His ability to combine classical gravitas with modern unpredictability made his Shakespeare turns especially memorable. 4. The feline-loving gentle soul. Walken is a devoted cat owner, often adopting rescues. This gentle side contrasts amusingly with many of his on-screen villains. What colleagues say about him. Walken inspires admiration not only for his talent but for his humility. Al Pacino has called Walken one of the greatest actors alive, praising his ability to make even simple scenes unforgettable. Robert De Niro has said Walken's presence in The Deer Hunter brought a soulful fragility essential to the film's emotional power. Martin McDonagh, director of Seven Psychopaths, McDonagh said Walken elevates every line, adding humor, sadness, or mystery in ways impossible to script. Walken's villains. A gallery of sophisticated darkness. Walken's villains are never simple evil figures. They are complex, charismatic, and often darkly funny. Max Zorin, a View to a Kill, a Bond villain with icy charm and a disarming smile. Walken played him with an elegance rare for the franchise. Gabriel, the Prophecy as the Archangel Gabriel. Walken blended menace with mischievous wit, creating one of his most fan-favorite characters. Hess, Sleepy Hollow. His wordless portrayal of the Headless Horseman was terrifying, proving Walken can dominate scenes without dialogue. Max Schreck, Batman Returns. Smooth, sinister, and slightly campy, Schreck became one of Walken's most iconic roles. Walken's comedy, understated, surreal, brilliant, although he is often cast in dramatic or eerie roles. Walken's comedic ability is exceptional. His secret to comedy: he plays everything seriously, allowing humor to emerge from sincerity and unpredictability rather than jokes. His best comedic work includes Saturday Night Live sketches, Blast from the Past, Wedding Crashers, The Outlaws. His numerous deadpan talk show interviews. He never tries to be funny, he simply is. The Myth versus the Man. Popular perception paints Walken as an eccentric, but those who know him describe him very differently. The myth: a strange, unpredictable, almost surreal figure. The reality: quiet, polite, punctual, hard-working, thoughtful, and gentle. He has said, "I'm not strange. I just have a different rhythm." Influence on future generations. Walken has shaped generations of performers, actors, comedians, voice artists, and even musicians. Walken's influence includes creative speech patterns that inspire comedic impressions, a template for mixing menace and charm, unpredictable timing that younger actors try to replicate, a fearless approach to accepting varied roles, a model of maintaining privacy while achieving fame. Many modern actors cite Walken as a personal inspiration. From Sam Rockwell to Willem Dafoe. The eternal mystery: why Walken has no equal. Christopher Walken's enduring appeal lies in paradox. He is both elegant and bizarre, both dramatic and comic, both menacing and gentle, both grounded and surreal, both classic and modern. He exists outside normal acting categories. He is not just unique, he is uniquely complete. Walken's legacy is not built on one genre or one iconic role. It is built on a lifetime of constant reinvention, fearless choices, and the power of being truly, unapologetically original. Christopher Walken. A study in mystery, mastery, and the art of being unforgettable. Ultra-expanded feature. Continuing the comprehensive portrait. Christopher Walken's career is not simply long. It is astonishing in its breadth, ambition, and sheer unpredictability. Most actors find a lane. Walken built a highway system of his own. To understand Walken is to understand the power of the unexpected, the magic of rhythm, and the staying power of a performer who refuses to repeat himself. Below is a further deep dive into the aspects of Walken's life and artistry that elevate him above ordinary fame. The mysterious allure of Walken. Why audiences can't look away. Walken's magnetism is hard to define but easy to recognize. When he appears on screen, even in silence, the scene tightens. Something might happen. Something weird, brilliant, dangerous, or hilarious. He is the embodiment of possibility. 1. The edge of chaos energy. Walken radiates a subtle tension. His characters behave as if their thoughts are one layer removed from everyone else's. It creates a feeling that he knows something others don't. He might reveal it at any moment. It could be profound or deeply unsettling. This sense of anticipation is rare among actors, and Walken perfected it. 2. Emotional contradiction. Walken's characters often embody conflicting traits. Soft but dangerous, kind but intimidating, intelligent but unhinged, gentle but unpredictable. Audiences respond instinctively to this duality, It makes his characters feel more human, more real, and more intriguing. 3. The Walken musicality. Walken's speech is not random. It is a waveform of crescendos, pauses, and syncopation. Like a jazz musician, he plays around the beat instead of on it, creating tension that keeps viewers locked in. The many phases of his career. A deeper chronological lens. The 1950s to 1960s. Childhood stardom and early training. Walken appeared on live TV dramas, dancing shows, Broadway musicals, touring productions. He grew up in a world where performers were expected to sing, dance, act, adapt, and survive. This created a performer with unmatched versatility. The 1970s, the rise of the serious actor. During this decade, Walken moved into darker, more complex roles. Next stop, Greenwich Village. The Anderson tapes. The Sentinel. His role in Annie Hall, though brief, left an outsized impact, demonstrating his gift for mixing humor with unease. This all culminated in The Deer Hunter, where Walken delivered one of the most devastating performances in film history. The 1980s, Walken the cult icon emerges. Walken embraced unconventional roles. Tragic anti-heroes, The Dead Zone, cold villains, A View to a Kill, stylish crime lords, King of New York. His reputation grew. He could elevate any film, no matter the genre. The 1990s. Scene-stealing legend. This decade saw some of Walken's most quoted and adored performances. Batman Returns, true romance, Pulp Fiction, The Prophecy series. At this point, Walken developed a mythic reputation, one of the few actors audiences anticipated even in small cameos. The 2000s. Heart, humor, and reinvention. Walken surprised the world by embracing warm, emotional father roles, Catch Me If You Can, endearing oddballs, blast from the past, comedy.
Bye bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.